I can just about hold my hands there. No, I can't. Oh, that's too hot. Welcome back to the scene of last night's project. So I quickly built this waste oil heater out of a couple of car spare parts last night, put it on my Instagram. It's done 200,000 views in the last 12 hours, including loads of comments and questions. So I thought, actually, if it's got legs, let's do a proper YouTube video on it. It's got car parts. I know I've got a car YouTube channel, but it's not really the sort of stuff that I do put on my YouTube, but I've got so many comments and questions about it, I thought, let's go for it. So there's literally 3 components to this, which is, it's balanced, it's literally balanced on top of this old log burner. That's not part of it. So basically, I've got a pot that I found. It's an aluminium pot. Literally cut some holes in the sides to allow the air to come in. And then you pour some oil in there. I'll show you in a minute. Brake disc on top. That's a Padgett one off my MX-5, but any brake disc will do. You can see it's pretty black where she was getting a bit hot last night. And a bit of flue pipe. You'll see the difference this makes. As soon as I put it on top, when it starts to burn, it draws like the absolute clappers. And then what I actually did was use this bit of flue that goes all the way out to the ceiling. I'm going to set this up outside because people that are going to try and build this haven't got a flue that goes all the way to the top of their barn roof. Obviously, don't try this anywhere. This is just for experimental purposes. Like, you shouldn't be doing this, definitely not in a workshop with expensive stuff, and definitely not at home. But we're going to set this up outside, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to get it going and get some warmth out of it. Okay, first up, get your pot. This is a McDonald's cup. Any measure is fine, doesn't have to be McDonald's. I'm gonna pour half of that in there. So that's probably about ½ inch coating across the bottom of the pot. Then half a coffee cup, so quarter of a McDonald's cup of paraffin. Kerosene, I haven't tried it with red diesel. Don't use petrol because it's too volatile, it's too flammable. That's just to get the oil going. Next, lid on. I actually lit this yesterday with the lid off and then put the lid on. What happens is once all this gets going, you've got to try and put this on and you're going to catch fire to yourself. Right, to light it yesterday, I used GT85, and loads of people in the comments says don't use that because it's got PTFE in it and tetrafluoride, whatever it is. No, I think that's for your teeth. Whatever it is, but when it burns, it's really toxic. The same with certain brake cleaners, etc, etc. A couple of people said WD-40 is fine, so I'm going to use WD-40 and a lighter. Ideally use like a proper flamethrower or something that's a bit more safe, but this is what I'm doing. Oh, first of all, get a better lighter. Right, cancel that. Lighter doesn't work very well, so we've gone for some Shore for Men. Seems pretty manly, right? Don't know what flavour this is. Not sure it matters. So we're just going to old school flamethrower it. Obviously, get a better lighter as well, that'll help. Right, let's go. You've got to make sure you've lit the paraffin, which I believe that has. Right, before that gets going too much, make sure the end of your nozzle's not on fire like it was a minute ago. Then put the lid on. Right, listen to this. Can you hear that? And within a couple of seconds, you won't be able to touch that. It's really hot. Now, at the moment, that's got black smoke coming out of it. Now, I did have 3 holes in the bottom of here, but it was drawing almost too well on that big flue, because that big flue goes all the way up to the ceiling. So I actually shut this hole. So it might be worth opening this up for this little small experiment, but we're going to give it a go. Now, I am technically outside. It's the first time I've actually run it outside, and it was drawing a lot better on the big long flue. However, that is still drawing pretty well. Can you see in there? I'm just starting to get a few flames out the top here. Shout out to Jerry's DIY, by the way, on YouTube. I got the idea from him. I literally watched this video about 4 or 5 years ago, and I haven't done anything about it till now. But it was -5 this morning, so I thought, let's give it a go. So it's starting to quieten down now, and the smoke's starting to go, because it gets so hot in here. The amount of heat coming out of it is ridiculous. And it gets so hot, it actually starts to burn the smoke. Yeah, flames up to about here at the moment. And that's got loads of heat coming off that. There's more heat actually coming out of the tube. You do also get slightly dirty hands when you're doing this, but I use my oil of Ulay when I get home and everything will be all right. At some point I'm going to work out a proper drip feed system into this, but for now, about every 5 minutes, you basically got to put a tube up to it. This is a thick tube, so it's really cold. So the bottom of it will be getting hot, but this bit's stone cold. And obviously don't hold it here for like 5 minutes because then you will get burnt. Helps if you get it down the tube, not all down your hands and all over the floor. I've also opened the front holes up as well to try and get more air in. This was burning completely clear on that other flue, and it basically hasn't got, I don't think the flue's long enough and it's not drawing enough air in. Obviously the longer the flue, the more air it's pulling in the bottom. So I actually think, I don't know if I went further out in the yard it'd work, but when I'm on that flue in there, like this is drawing so hot, this whole thing's glowing. So what I'm going to do in a minute is attach it back to that original flue, not change anything else, attach it back to that flue, and then you'll see how hot this gets. And when I take the thing off, you'll see it's totally smokeless.
5 minutes later.
Right, let's try again. That's hot. Right, once you can see the flames coming off the oil, that's going. Flue's still pretty hot, so we're going to use the pliers. Right, listen to this. Look, already. You see that? So that wasn't doing that outside. And then, don't knock it over. Put your flue on there. Right, that's really ferocious now. It's this flue. You've got to have a long flue like this to really get some draw on it. Look at that, that is ferocious. And that's with all 3 holes opened up as well. Don't know if you can hear this. Look in the top there, look. That's going twice as well as it was outside. And again, that's that flue, goes all the way out to the top. Oh, that is toasty. Oh, phone's ringing. Yeah, bring some marshmallows as well. Right, I don't know if you can hear that, but that is thunderous. And this whole pipe is glowing. I don't know if you can see that on camera. This bit's starting to glow as well. What I'm going to try and do is get this flue out to show you that there's no smoke coming out of it. But I think it's about 1,000 degrees. Oh, I can't even get my hands near it, it's too hot. I need some gloves or something. No, I'm not even going to try it. Like, honestly, the heat coming off this is, I can just about hold my hands there. No, I can't. About there. That's really, really hot. Look at that. It's quite bright in here as well, and that's still glowing up. Look at that. She is ferocious. Next time I do this, I'm going to bring a, I've got a flue thermometer thing that goes on my log burner at home. Right, this is starting to die down a bit now. This is still really, really hot. It's not glowing anymore, but the pot's nearly empty. Bits of stuff coming down the flue. Good grief. Yeah, it runs for about 5 minutes, and then either you've got to try and work out some system of topping it up with oil, which is what I'm going to try next, or just pour it down a pipe, but it's not ideal. So there you go. Don't try this at home. This is for experimental purposes only. Out of interest, I'm going to try and rig up some sort of feed system, see if it works. But anyway, check out my other videos because they're not like this at all. They're either me fixing my own rubbish cars or me driving other people's posh cars. So go check out my other videos. As always, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.